look white and firm like this, and you'll end up with a bunch of green at the bottom of the plant. And there is 1 fan, 2, 3, and 4. So this being all brown would be a pass for me. Clearance plants can be a total score or a total flop. These 5 tips will help you pick the good ones, skip the bad, and stretch your gardening budget like a pro. Hi, it's Steph. And right now, garden centers and nurseries are clearing out inventory to make room for the next season, which means you can score big savings if you know what to look for. I've scored some amazing deals this time of year, but I've also learned the hard way what not to bring home. In this video, I'm sharing 5 tried and true tips to help you find the best clearance plants that will thrive in your garden without wasting your money. Tip number 1, go early and go often. Clearance rack inventory moves quickly and changes often. So go early in the morning when the garden center first opens, and they're more likely to move things onto the clearance rack. Also after a busy weekend or when they've received a new shipment. Oftentimes they need to clear space on the tables to put new inventory, which means older stock makes its way onto the clearance rack. Pro tip, check with your garden center manager as to when they're expecting a new shipment. This is a great time to visit the garden center to find clearance deals. Tip number 2, look for signs of life. When you're looking at the clearance rack, you want to find plants that are mostly green and that still look relatively healthy. For example, we have here a daisy, and you can see that the foliage still looks nice and healthy. This plant has been deadheaded to remove some of these spent blooms, and if you look, there's even some new buds on the plant, which means that it still has lots of life left in it. If possible, you can also wiggle the plant out of the container to check its roots for any sign of rot. You want to make sure that the roots look white and firm like this, and not soft and mushy with a foul smell, which could indicate some rotting. You also could stick your finger in the soil to make sure that there is moisture in there, which means that the plants are still being taken care of. So these are all good signs. I will also insert some footage of a plant that I would skip on the clearance rack. If you see something that is all dried and shriveled, looks completely brown, and has no signs of life, I would pass. Oftentimes, plants end up on the clearance rack simply because they're done blooming, not because they're unhealthy. So don't be afraid to pick them up, especially perennials. So here's an example of a daisy that is now done blooming and needs to be cleaned up. This is the natural life cycle of a plant. When it is done, it will look old and dried and dead. So all you have to do is go through, cut off all of these spent blooms, and you'll end up with a bunch of green at the bottom of the plant. Like this. Someone has gone through and cleaned up this plant, and now it looks nice and fresh again. And in just a couple short weeks, you will end up with some buds that look like this and are ready to bloom. You would plant this out in your garden, and because it is perennial, you could enjoy this plant year after year. Tip number 3, rehydrate before you replant. If you find a plant on clearance that feels a little bit dry, but still has lots of signs of life like green, healthy foliage, it's fine, buy it, bring it home, and what you want to do is soak it into a bucket or tray of water to let it soak up the water from the roots and rehydrate. Also keep it in a shady spot, which will reduce stress on that plant. And lastly, I would feed it with a well-balanced organic fertilizer to help replenish some of its nutrients. But don't be afraid to buy a plant that's a little dry. All you have to do is rehydrate it before you plant it. Tip number 4, choose perennials, trees, and shrubs, skip the annuals. Perennials, trees, and shrubs are a better investment because they come back year after year. Here you can see that there are a few trees. Now there are a couple that I would pick up and some that I would skip. Here you can see this crabapple still has lots of green foliage and looks relatively healthy. But right on the side of it, you see that there is a Cherokee Princess dogwood that looks pretty dry. Now you could do the scratch test on the bark, and if it's brown all the way down, it's a goner, and I would skip it. Here they have a really pretty looking Japanese maple that still has lots of green foliage, and this would still be a good pickup. And right in front you can see that they have some evergreens. These are some arborvitae. Now if the bark on the arborvitae is still nice and pliable, that will be a sign of good health. If it's dry, it'll usually snap. Also, you can do the scratch test. If it's green, it's a plant that's alive and viable. You can also just take a look at the plant and feel the moisture in the container, and if it checks out, then this would be a good pickup. So these two I would be fine with buying and bringing home to my garden, but let me show you an example of an evergreen that I would pass on. These arborvitae here, I would pass on. You can see that they look pretty dry, and even if they were deeply discounted, there would be no guarantee that these would survive. So buying clearance plants is all about the risk and the reward. So you want to bring something home that you know has more of a chance to thrive in your garden. So this, being all brown, would be a pass for me. Tip number 5, divide to multiply. This is one of my favorite tips for stretching your gardening budget. In fact, I shared it on my garden hacks video. When you get to the nursery or garden center, most times those plants have been growing in those nursery containers for quite some time, and they tend to get root bound, which means that it's the perfect opportunity to divide that plant and rejuvenate it. So you can see here that we have a daylily, and there is 1 fan, 2, 3, and 4. That means that there are 4 plants that you can divide this daylily into. And this is at 50% off, about $8 for this container, making each of these plants $2. And sure, they're going to be a lot smaller initially than just planting this 1 perennial at once, but you're getting 4 plants, which is a great way to stretch your gardening budget. And each year, those plants are going to get larger and larger and will look beautiful in no time. Daylilies are a great plant for dividing, and hosta is another. Let me show you that. So here are some hosta, and you can see that they have a very clear division point. This one you can get 2 hosta out of. This one you can almost get 3 out of it, okay? Or 2 better sized divisions. Now these are very beginner friendly plants to divide, daylilies and hosta, because they take very well to dividing. But anytime that you divide any perennial, it's important to keep them well watered while they establish and start growing new roots. But you could do this to any perennial that you purchase at the garden center that is large enough to divide into multiples. It's a great way to stretch that gardening budget. Isn't that golden?
Golden, yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Cream,
oh, he's beautiful.
Thank you.
You're a cutie.
Don't bite her leaves.
No plants. And one of my favorite nursery shopping tips, buy one, get one perennials. And I'm not talking about a sale. I'm talking about buying a perennial that is large enough for you to divide into 2 right off the bat. And I do this over and over again in my garden. If there is a plant that I see at the nursery, a perennial that I'm interested in buying, or something I've had on my wish list for a while, and I finally find it, I try to find the largest one I can get at the nursery. Anything that has a very clear division point is even more helpful. And once I get home, I will split that plant into 2. When you purchase plants at the nursery or garden center, most times those plants have been growing in those nursery containers for a couple of seasons to get up to the size that they are for you to purchase them. And for that reason, a lot of them can get pretty root bound and are screaming to get out of that container and divided and planted out into the garden. So why not use that as an opportunity to divide it right off the bat? And I do this constantly. It's a great way to stretch your gardening budget and to get more plants for the same amount of money. And let's check out some clearance. So here at Lowe's, their clearance structure is as follows. Anything that's less than $2 is going to be $1, $2 to $4.99, and so forth. You can see that. And anything $15 and up is going to be 50% off. So let's see what we can find. Starting with this plant right here that I actually added to my garden last year and maybe 2 years ago now, and I love it. It's a more compact version of a runkus or goat's beard called the Chantilly Lace by Proven Winners. And it likes sun or shade, $15.98. So this would now be half price at $8. And you can see that the blooms are all faded, but all you have to do is just cut them down, and you can see it has lots of healthy green foliage. The soil is moist, so it's still being cared for and watered. This would be a great plant to pick up at 50% off. And then they also have this really pretty salvia that I'm actually thinking about adding to my garden once I find the proper space for it. It's the Color Spires Crystal Blue. So this one at $12.98 would be right here, $7, and it looks really good. Now salvia, you can usually get a couple of flushes out of it. If you cut it down when you get home, get all of these spent blooms off of it, it will reflush for you and you'll get some more sporadic reblooming. The subsequent blooms are never as prolific as the first one, but it is a perennial that you can get another flush out of. And they have quite a few of those still looking really good. You can see the foliage still looks nice and green. and I always stick my finger in the soil to make sure that they're being cared for. And some dianthus. Again, this one, you can see the foliage looks really great. It's just that the blooms are past their prime, so they have made their way onto the clearance rack. So these at $12.98 would also be $7, and this is the Fruit Punch Black Cherry Frost dianthus. Some peonies. When we were here last, maybe a few weeks back, I had said that as soon as they're done blooming, chances are they'll hit the clearance rack because they're just not as appealing anymore, right? When they don't have pretty flowers to look at. But this is a great time to pick them up and get some blooms next spring. $19.98, so this is now $10. Some clematis, and these still look really good. The ones in my garden actually all look like this right now, but you can just cut off that stem there and it still looks relatively healthy, and it's over $15, so this would be 50% off at about $8.50, which is a great price. What else can we find here? Some daisies. So these are Western Star Shasta Daisy. These are 18 inches in height, 18 inches in width. They're $8.98, so they would be $4. Again, they still look really good. And Shasta Daisies are one of those plants that if they drop seed, they will continue to propagate itself, right? So you'll get tons of self-seeded Shasta Daisy babies. You just let these bloom heads dry out, let these seeds drop, and you will get a bunch of seedlings in and around that plant. Some Tachyon Blue Bellflower. These are a type of Campanella. These are also prolific self-seeders, and they look really good. You just take it home, clean up all of these dead blooms or dried up blooms, and you still have lots of green here and a nice looking perennial. Oh, and some bee balm or monarda. Now these have a really fragrant foliage, really pretty blooms. The pollinators love them. And this is the Leading Lady Amethyst by Proven Winners. So at $15.98, it would be 50% off at about $8, which is a great price for this 1 gallon, and it will come back beautifully for you next season. You just want to make sure that you give Monarda proper spacing, bee balm, because it can be susceptible to powdery mildew, although like I said earlier, these newer varieties by Proven Winners have been bred to be more mildew resistant. Now when I'm looking at the clearance rack, I'm checking for a couple of things. I want to make sure that most of the foliage still looks pretty healthy, that the plant has been watered, that the soil has some moisture, that there's some indication of some new growth. If I were to pick a couple of plants here, I would stay away from this one, which has a lot of dry leaves on it, and I would go with something like that. Okay, so in this lineup, I would pick any one of those three and skip over that one. Just a little tip for shopping the clearance rack. There are some lilies on the clearance rack because they are also now done blooming. I actually purchased my Tiny Diamonds Asiatic Lily by Monrovia here also on clearance several years ago, and it has done beautifully for me every year since. So these were $10.98, so I believe these would be about $7. Look at this, some of the blanket flower or the Gaillardia has made its way onto the clearance rack. So these here, the $15.98 ones would be 50% off. So this would be about $8. And look, you can see there are still tons of blooms on them and buds. Okay, so there's buds there. This one's getting ready to bloom. It's a great buy. That's a huge perennial too. You can definitely divide that into multiples. And it's less of a risk because you're getting it on clearance. So why not try, right? Anytime you divide a plant, you just want to make sure that you keep it well watered until it starts establishing some roots. Some phlox and some daylilies also on the clearance rack. So they have the Opening Act White Phlox for $8, for 50% off that $15.98. They also have the Opening Act Ultra Pink, which was beautiful when we looked at it last month and we did our Lowe's walkthrough. And they have some of the Nephophia, and this one is the Pyromania Solar Flare, which has a really bright yellow upright bloom. And even when their blooms are done, they have this grass-like foliage that makes it look like an ornamental grass. So really great perennial. And that would also be $8. And some more clearance. They have the Amazing Daisies Banana Cream on clearance as well. So $15.98. Because they're over $15, it would be half off at about $8.50 for these. Look at these daisies, the Amazing Daisies Banana Cream. You can see how many buds are on here because they've been deadheaded. Someone has cleaned up these plants and now they're pushing out new blooms. So you can probably even get a secondary flush out of these clearance plants if you take them home and plant them. You can see there are still lots of green on these plants and even new buds coming up. So this is a great pickup at half off. Perennials in general, because they return year after year. They're moist, so they're still being watered, which is excellent. And right above me, they also have the Midnight Masquerade penstemon, which is another wonderful perennial. In fact, I love it in my garden. It has these dark stems, these gorgeous blooms in about mid to late June in my garden. And even the seed pods are really beautiful. So here is the information on that one. It would also be about $8 for the Midnight Masquerade penstemon. And these get to be 36 to 40 inches in height, and they are about 28 to 32 inches in width, hardy in zones 3 through 8 or down to negative 40 degrees Fahrenheit. And here is a photo of what the plant looks like. It is beautiful. And the pollinators love those little bell-shaped light pink blooms. Clearance racks can be hit or miss, but with a little know-how, they're a great way to grow your garden on a budget. I hope that these tips help you score some amazing finds this season. Let me know in the comments if you've ever rescued a plant from the clearance rack and how did it turn out. Thank you so much for spending your time with me, and I'll catch you in the next one.